How big of an impact will a successful evolution of Tesla's business model have on Berkshire Hathaway? So, we got our hands dirty, we opened the 10K, today we're going to tell you about what we found. Bear with us, we wrote this down because it's complicated. The first line of Berkshire's income statement is insurance premium earned. These represent about $46 billion of Berkshire's $233 billion of 2016 annual revenue, approximately 21% of the total of Berkshire sales. And of that $46 billion in insurance premiums earned, about half of them, 56% to be exact, is related to Geico, whose main business is car insurance. That means, in total, about 11% of the entire revenue of Berkshire is correlated to Geico's insurance premiums earned. Why is this an issue? I guess we'll let you tell the people, Mr. Buffett.
Self-driving cars will be adopted if they're safer. If they're safer, there's less in the way of insurance costs. That brings down premium volume significantly. So, if the day comes when a significant portion of the cars on the road are autonomous, it will hurt Geico's business very significantly.
And although you may think it's 10 years away for full autonomy, that's not going to be the start of the impact on Geico's business model. We think the impact is going to start happening right now. In fact, Tesla's already began offering its own insurance product because of their new autopilot features. Their cars are much safer than anything else on the road. Legacy insurance companies are slow to react to this and adjust the rates. Therefore, Tesla had to step in and create their own customized insurance product to accurately reflect the risk and safety of their vehicles. Tesla's vehicles are only getting safer by the day as the company continues to invest in its autopilot and autonomous driving software, and even if the car is never fully autonomous, even partial autonomy could result in as much as a 90% improvement in safety, or 10x according to Elon Musk. This would be enough to flip the entire economics of insurance on their head. So we think that Geico is at massive risk to lose almost the entirety of its business as the entire auto insurance market shrinks drastically with the advent of self-driving cars. So that's why I'm curious of Mr. Buffett, what is your strategy around this other than just waiting and thinking that it's not going to happen for 10 years? Because even then, you're a long-term investor who should be looking through the lens of decades. And if you're looking through the lens of decades, self-driving cars and autonomy seems like an inevitability and something that you should be preparing your businesses for. Sales and service revenue. This was about $119 billion of Berkshire's $233 billion in revenue, or approximately 51% of your revenue in 2016. Of that $119 billion, $48 billion of it is from a trucking company called McLane that you acquired from Walmart in 2003. Now, McLane operates a massive fleet of over 3,700 tractors that are delivering products and goods all over the country to different retailers and distributions like grocery stores, delis, all that kind of thing. And we think that's an excellent business, but that is exactly the business line that Tesla's coming after with its Semi. Now, there is a strong possibility that McLane would be a customer of Tesla and purchase a significant amount of Tesla's new semi-truck and begin integrating it into its fleet if it really is more cost efficient. The other side of that is if Tesla decides to launch its own fleet service, run all of the software itself, that would potentially cut out McLane. Either way, I think the vertical integration of actually building the truck is going to be where the value is, and the hardest part is the autonomy. And if Tesla's building the autonomy, they're going to capture most of the value of that business. Therefore, we see a trucking logistics company at massive risk of maybe not dying, but of just declining, drastically shrinking margins in the wake of autonomous vehicles if they're not the one building them. Moving one step down on the income statement, we have railroads, utility, and energy. Approximately 47% of this is related to energy. 2/3 of your energy generation of the 30,000 megawatts that you produced in 2016 were related to coal and natural gas. So 1/3 was related to renewables, which is great, and I actually want to give Buffett a lot of credit for pushing renewables in his energy companies, although he's done it questionably with NV Energy in Nevada, kicking out Solar City. That's a whole nother story we can get into later. If you think that Tesla's solar roofs and their vision of a distributed energy system will take off, then that's going to pose an immediate threat to the entirety of your utility business, or at least compete with them to lower rates. Continuing in this railroad, utility, and energy segment of the income statement, the other approximately 53% of that line is from Burlington Northern, the railroad that Warren Buffett purchased. And we think this is a very interesting business, not only because Buffett acknowledged the risk that self-driving trucks will pose as a competitive threat, like dropping transport prices for cargo, making it way cheaper to transport things in trucks instead of rails, therefore driving a lot of the shipping volume into trucks out of Burlington Northern is going to be a big threat and potentially significantly impact the earnings of Burlington Northern.
Is autonomous technology more of an opportunity or more of a threat for the Burlington Northern?
Oh, I would say that the driverless trucks are a lot more of a threat than an opportunity. to the Burlington Northern.
The other side of that is, what is Burlington Northern actually carrying on its railroad? A lot of coal, a lot of natural gas, a lot of oil, and a lot of chemicals. So there's a double whammy that's about to hit Burlington Northern, which is that A, self-driving trucks are going to make it way more competitive for cargo shipments. B, the renewable energy revolution that Tesla also happens to be leading is forcing the sustainable energy revolution is making all of these businesses that Buffett's shipping already less and less relevant by the day. Coal is getting less relevant, so is natural gas, so is oil, as solar and batteries continue to gain relevance in our energy system. If we sum this up, Geico is about 11% of Berkshire's revenue, McLean is 21%, the energy business is about 7.5%, Burlington Northern is about 8.5%. In total, that's 47.5% of all of Berkshire Hathaway's annual revenue is at risk and seems to be losing relevance by the day based on Tesla's business model. We think this is a massive threat for Berkshire Hathaway as a whole. They're a very stable company with an incredibly safe balance sheet, so I'm not saying they're gonna go out of business, but I think 47% of their revenue appears to be getting less relevant by the day, and they don't really have an answer to combat it.